Hello everyone, I'm Michelle Smith and welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, then welcome. I'm so happy you found me. In today's crafting adventure, I'm going to show you how I made this adorable standing Happy Easter sign. When I saw these tall bunnies at Dollar Tree, I knew exactly what I wanted to do with them. And when I found this adorable carrot sign from the 99-cent store, it pulled it all together for me. Let me show you how to make it. To get started, we're going to go ahead and start prepping everything. You're going to need one package of the Color Your Own ornaments that you can get from Dollar Tree. You will need the carrot. You will need 3 of them. Now these are shears that I got from the garden section, and these actually work really well in cutting these ornaments. Now I want these to look like they are planted in the ground, so I'm going to cut them across here, and these, like I said, work really well. You just got to go slow and hold. Cuts right through, and then go to the other side. And then you can just work on it a little bit if you didn't get it perfectly even. Then just take some sandpaper or sanding block and sand that until you get that nice and smooth. You will need to cut 3 of your carrots like this. So I have my 3 carrot tops cut. Now I want to fill in this hole at the top of my carrots. And I'm going to use the lightweight spackling that you can get from Dollar Tree over in their hardware section. This works really well. It's really soft. Just take a little bit in my finger, push it into the hole, and then wipe off the excess. Just make sure it's smooth on both sides. We're going to do the same thing here on the rabbit's ears. Remove the jute cord that is used to hang it, and then go ahead and fill in those holes. We don't want to see those. And then once that dries, we can just touch that up with a little bit of white paint. And I'm going to do that on both of the signs. So I'm working on getting my carrot tops here painted, and for the green part I'm using Apple Barrel Kelly Green, and for the carrot I'm using Apple Barrel Harvest Orange. So the first thing I want to do is just get a cover over the top of the solid green color. And here you just want to follow the shape of the carrot. Make sure that it's round here at the base. You also want to make sure that you get the edges with the green paint. Then once that dries, just go ahead and fill in the bottom here with the orange. So once you have a good base coat on, you want to let those dry, and then we'll go back in and add some detail. Okay, I'm ready to add some detail to my carrots. I pulled out Kelly green or spring green, nutmeg brown, and khaki. I'm going to use the spring green here to add a little bit of highlights and a little bit more definition to my leaves here. Just whatever the shape would naturally be for the leaf. Just like that. And go in with a little bit of the brown. You don't want to add too much, just enough to add a little bit of definition, some highlights and some lowlights. And then just a touch of the khaki. It adds just that little bit of extra to your carrot. Now I'm going to work a little bit here on the carrot itself. I'm going to go back into that nutmeg brown. And then carrots usually have a little bit of like lining through them. So just very lightly, I'm going to go through and add some of the nutmeg brown and then go back with a little bit of the khaki here. Nutmeg brown and then just a touch of the khaki. The khaki is going to give you that highlighted look. So add as much or as little as you like until you're happy with the end product. I think that looks absolutely adorable. I'm going to go ahead and finish my carrot tops. For the base of our project, you're going to need a wood cutout. This I picked out from Lowe's. It is a 12-inch by half-inch round. It cost me about $5 or $6. And then you're also going to need a 2x1 by 4 feet, I think is the shortest that you can purchase. This was about $2.49. And then the 2x1 you will need to have cut to, 32 inches. So you have a 12-inch round and then a 2x1 at 32 inches. Then you're going to want to decide where you're going to place your post. And I put mine a little off center and further back. I'm going to have my bunnies in the front and then the carrots in front of them. To attach this, I pre-drilled holes here on the bottom and then pre-drilled holes into my post and then secured them with screws. If you don't have screws or you don't have an electric screwdriver, you can always hammer in nails and put glue and nails to attach the back. So now I'm going to go ahead and paint my base here. And the bottom, I want it to look like grass, so I'm going to do Kelly green. And then I'm thinking I might go and sponge over it with a little bit of the spring green, some khaki, and some of the nutmeg brown just to give it a little bit more texture and make it look more like lawn. But the first thing that I'm going to do is get a good coat of the Kelly green on the base here. On my post, I'm going to stain that. If you don't have any stain, you can always paint it brown. But I picked up this mini wax wood finish penetrating stain, and this one is called Gunstock 231. And I want to get my base painted with a good coat of this nice dark green. I have my green base down. So now I'm going to take this sponge, and I have just a little bit of the other three colors, which is the khaki, the nutmeg brown, and the spring green. And then I'm just going to dab in a little bit in my sponge. And then just tap, because I want to get different colors in the base here. So I'm going to start with the darkest and just kind of mix it up. It'll make the base color look a little bit more interesting. Okay, now I'll go into the khaki and add some khaki. But I really like this. It looks very textured, more of like what the ground would look like. A little bit of green, a little bit of brown. So just keep going over it and moving the paint with the sponge. And then finally go in with some of the light green. And if you just keep going over it, it'll pick that paint up again and move it so you don't get too much in one spot. And of course, if you do get too much of one color in one spot, just let it dry or try to pick it up with the sponge and then go over it again. Paint is very forgiving. I'm going to keep working on this until I get it to where I like it, and then I'm going to let it fully dry, and then I'll come back and we will stain the post. My painted base is all dry. I'm really happy with the result. I like that multicolored look. And now we're going to stain the stake here. Now you want to use gloves when working with stain because it is quite messy, and a little bit goes a long way. Just rub it onto the wood. And then go back and wipe off any excess. And just slowly work your way around. It's as simple as that. I really do like that color. I'm going to go ahead and finish staining my piece, let it dry, and then I'll come back and we'll start to assemble. So while our stand is drying, I am going to prep both of our bunnies and our carrots here to go on our sign. You'll need some of these tumbling towers. You'll need 2 per bunny and 1 per carrot. And I'm going to be attaching these using a mixture of Aleen's original tacky glue and some hot glue. Just lay down some of the glue, Aleen's glue, and then some hot glue. I'm going to place these right down here at the base where the feet are. This is going to help our bunnies stand. So once you get it attached, you want to stand up your bunny and make sure that that is flush. Once you have your blocks in place, go ahead and run another bead of hot glue. That'll just help that hold until the Aleen's tacky glue sets up fully. You'll want to do that to both of your bunnies. Then you'll also want to glue one of the blocks on the back of the carrot. This will help us glue the carrot to the base and have it stand up. Okay, and I have 3 carrot tops. Everything is prepped and ready to go. My base here is nice and dry. I have all my mounting blocks on. So I'm going to start with my little boy bunny here, and I'm going to glue his hand to the center post here, and then these blocks are going to help me to glue him on the bottom. So you need to decide exactly where you'd like to place them. So this is about where I'm going to place him on the side there. His feet will be flat, and then his little hand will be over the post there. And I'm going to be attaching him using the same Aleen's original tacky glue and some hot glue. Okay, so I have some of the Aleen's, and then I'm going to add some hot glue. And same thing down here where his feet are. And then I'm going to attach the little girl the same way on the other side. And I'm going to have part of her arm here attached to the center post and her feet. I have both my girl and boy bunny glued on and attached to the base and to the post here in the middle. And now I'm just going through and running a bead of hot glue around the base here and also the areas where it's attached to the post to make sure that I have good contact. I think my boy and girl bunny look absolutely adorable. Now I have one additional sign that I want to add here at the top. I found this sign at the 99-cent store. It was exactly what I was looking for. I wanted something big that said Happy Easter. So if you don't have a 99-cent store near you, just pick out a sign that says Happy Easter or Easter Blessings or whatever you would like that you can attach at the top. This did come with a jute cord. I just went and trimmed off the jute cord, and I'm going to attach this to the post in the middle using Aleen's original tacky glue and hot glue. The hot glue is going to give me that permanent hold, and it will hold it until the Aleen's glue fully sets up. Now, I have been told by other crafters that Aleen's original tacky glue does very well with temperature. Whether it gets hot or cold, it tends to hold very well. So I am very happy about that, and I am testing it out because this is going to go on my porch. So I will know if anything falls off if that Aleen's tacky glue doesn't hold up well. And I think that is absolutely adorable. A nice big carrot. And then our bunnies. Now the last thing I'm going to add are my little carrot tops here, and I want to put them down here on the base. And I have two that are larger and one that is a little bit shorter. The shortest one I want in the front, and then the other two will go in the back. And again, I'm going to use the Aleen's tacky glue and some hot glue. And then again in the back, I'm going to add a little bit of hot glue just to make sure that it's nice and secure. Don't those carrots look absolutely adorable? Now, if you wanted to, you could always add some florals to the base. But since this is going to be outside, I wanted to keep it very simple. Because I want to put this outside, I am going to give it a good coat of the Krylon Triple Thick Crystal Clear Glaze. This will help it from fading being outside. It'll also help so that the paper doesn't peel if it gets moist outside. It'll give a nice protective glaze over the whole sign. If you're not going to be putting it outside, then you don't have to coat it with anything. If you don't want to use the clear glaze, you can also use just like a semi-gloss or a gloss clear coat paint. That will work as well. But this, I have heard, works very well outside, and it's really good at preventing fading, and it does not yellow, which are two things that you really want when you put something outside. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's tutorial. If you did, please give me a big thumbs up and show me some love in the comments. This really does help support my channel. Thanks again for stopping by. You know it's always a pleasure to see you. I hope everyone is staying happy, healthy, and strong. You have a wonderful Easter, and I will see you next time.